All right, we're here. Welcome to Matt and Shane's Secret Podcast. Shane did last week. I'm here with Tony Hinchcliffe, dude, in this pro-ass studio founded by Josh Cabaza. Thank you, bro.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you guys for doing this, man. This is fucking awesome.
Hell yeah.
It's nice, dude. It's nice to be in a pro setup like this, too. I always makes me turn it on.
You guys are normally on like a slouchy couch or something like that, all slouched in.
We have handheld microphones on a couch. And you're like, it works, though.
Yeah,
It does work, but dude, thanks for doing this. I appreciate it.
of course.
We're moving down. I was telling you, we got settled in. It's dude, the flight was interesting because we flew with 2 kids, 2 dogs, and my wife, which was I talked about it the week before, and I had ordered like a vest, like dog vest. You know, they put the fucking like this shit on them.
Fake service animal vest.
And my one dog's going blind. So like we were walking through the airport, and people, I might just be paranoid, but like I think there was people, everyone in like a U.S. Air vest or whatever, I could have sworn was like sussing my dog out to see if they were legit.
Right.
And I had to act like do like pro dog trainer shit. It was like the most stressful fucking. It was terrible. And I like the microdose too, so I took like my little mushroom microdose. Dude, that was intense, man.
That's a lot.
Does
the blind dog have like the creepy gray eyes?
He's getting them. They're getting cloudy.
Oh.
So, and I was trying to like act like he was all legit, and I would watch him about to walk into shit, and I would have to pull his leash. So I was kind of like leading him through the airport.
Just a reverse service animal situation.
I just had to get him here.
Blind dog with a seeing eye man.
Yeah, dude, for real. It's like his vision's going. He ate 14 chocolate cupcakes last year, and dude, it fucked him up.
Yeah.
He's never recovered. He's ate some gnarly shit. Like he's accidentally eaten mushrooms before, a little tiny bit. But he's been through the ringer. But the chocolate cupcakes were on him for real.
Yeah, that'll fuck people up.
Dude, it fucked him up.
Were they edibles or just normal chocolate?
No, these are
cupcakes?
chocolate, regular chocolate cupcakes.
Chocolate frosting.
It was chocolate cake cupcakes. And I think specifically for dogs, it's theobromine. There's caffeine and there's theobromine. Rex dogs. He's going blind now. I know, I feel bad. At least we got him down here. He loves the sun, so he's just been laying in his sun spot.
Yeah.
But he made the trip.
That's what blind people love. The blind people love the sun.
It's true.
The
dude.
feeling of the sun.
It's gotta be the best, dude.
Yeah.
Well, he was born. We rescued him, so he was born in North Philly and was just like circling like a YMCA eating trash. So it's just crazy. I always look at him like, damn, dude, you're awesome.
Yeah.
Who would have thought? Who would have thought he'd make it out of the hood? Dude? My dog fully made it out of the hood, eating trash. Now he's eating like probiotic pup treats, laying in the sunlight in Texas. He has no idea where the fuck he is, but
It's amazing.
the flight was cool though, man. It was fun, man. We actually had to ask someone, like, we'll just ask someone to switch seats with us. So we got fucking it was Bernard Hopkins. Yeah, it was the executioner. So my wife's like, yeah, like, I was pretending to be a dog trainer like throughout the airport. So I'm walking around and my wife's like, yeah, they're saying it's like some guy. He was like a boxer or something. Like, I'm just gonna talk to myself. And I was like, dude, please stop. Don't say anything. Yeah, dude, he's the nicest guy in the world. He was coming down here, I think, to do Roby's podcast.
Yeah. One of the all-time greats, the execution.
Yeah, dude, he was super nice, super gracious to, he was like, yeah, no, he's allergic to dogs, but he was just
Really?
like, yeah, and I was like, fuck. It just felt like the biggest asshole, and dude, it sucked.
It's like I'm allergic to dogs, but not actual service dogs. He's just sneezing and coughing.
It's actually a legal ADA requirement. Yeah, it's illegal for you to be allergic to these dogs. But,
Yeah.
But yeah, that was a trek down here. 2 little kids, 2 dogs, and just fucking.
It's crazy when B-Hop, who's been hit tens of thousands of times, has better eyesight than your dog.
I know, dude. Especially my wife was like, I'll talk to him myself. I'm like, dude, please don't start talking shit to this. She has no idea who he is. Like, I'm gonna get my ass kicked in the airport with my fake dog.
Do not talk shit to Bernard Hopkins. She's like, this black guy has quite the attitude sitting next to us.
My wife's black, dude. She has the attitude.
Oh,
yeah,
that's
so
right.
she would have popped off. She would have went and popped off. It's not like a white lady going up to an old black dude. This is a youngish black lady going up and popping off, dude. She has no fucking respect, dude. I should,
Damn.
Sorry, but either way, thanks for doing this, man.
No, of course.
Yeah, man. So how is it down here? Is this good, you're saying?
I love it. I love it. It's the fucking best. Everything that, dude, I spent almost 2 decades in Los Angeles, and I thought it was great until shit hit the fan. When you're at a place and
COVID shit, or was it just like
that and
political stuff?
George Floyd riots hit my neighborhood specifically.
Yeah,
all that shit that was on the national news, that was literally my street. Like that was my actual little, like I'm talking about like 20, 30 step walk around the corner. It was 3rd and Fairfax.
Damn.
And that's it. Those cop cars that are on fire and everything, that's literally, I'm talking about. Not like people say like, oh, down the block. Oh, I live a walk away. I'm talking about like,
oh God.
I'm talking about like a 15-second walk.
So
all that shit. That's my Chase Bank. That's my coffee shop. That's my Whole Foods. That's my Trader Joe's.
How dare they?
Yeah. Yeah, I lived right on the other side of it. Just on the other
So
side.
you're not talking about just like a harsh vibe. This was like
Gotham City.
seriously bad shit.
Oh, all the way.
We had it in Philly a little bit. It was like a couple of the cop cars did get like torched and stuff, but it wasn't as bad as this. But it looks like it was. The worst part would have been like the struggling actors being out there and being like, get the fuck out, you fucking dork, get out of here.
They were all they were in the tornado position in their homes, these cowards. Me and my buddy Rick Kosick, who was my longtime neighbor, and he's the camera guy for the Jackass movies. You see him all the time, like fucking getting fake cum thrown on him and shit.
Oh man.
But anyway, we're homies and we were very close as neighbors, and the whole thing was happening. Those are all daytime pictures. So what you're seeing there is like 3 p.m., 5 p.m. That's the sun out. What you don't see is what we saw, which was we went out for a walk at fucking 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. And it was like the craziest shit you've ever seen in your entire. Every single inch of everything was covered in graffiti, and people without license plates were just pulling up and breaking a window that was existing of a business that we all know the owners of. Again, that's our dry cleaners. That's our barber. That's our coffee shop. That's our cupcake shop. That's our blind dog cupcake shop. You know what I mean? Everything. And to watch it happen and to know the owners and to know what they went through, and then they built it and then they were thriving, and then just crash or fire. They lit the Trader Joe's that was literally there was just an alleyway separating our apartment building from this Trader Joe's. They lit it on fire.
It is funny thinking about all those dudes in Hawaiian shirts being like, ah, dude, stop. Dude, seriously. Yeah, light a Trader Joe's, that's...
Yeah, come on. The cheap shit's just flammable.
Kind of a hate crime, too, dude. Burning down a Whole Foods is like, all right, dude, that's kind of politically motivated.
She's like, this black guy is quite the attitude. I think that's my coffee shop. That's my homies. And we were very close as neighbors. And the whole thing was happening. You know, those are all daytime pictures. So what you're seeing there is like 3 p.m., 5 p.m. That's the sun out. What you don't see is what we saw, which was we went out for a walk at fucking 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. And it was like the craziest shit you've ever seen in your entire... Every single inch of everything was covered in graffiti. And people without license plates were just pulling up and breaking a window that was existing of a business that we all know the owners of. Again, that's our dry cleaners. That's our barber. That's our coffee shop. That's our cupcake shop. That's our blind dog cupcake shop. You know what I mean? Everything. And to watch it happen and to know the owners and to know what they went through, and then they built it and then they were thriving, and then just crash or fire. You know, they lit the Trader Joe's that was literally... There was just an alleyway separating our apartment building from this Trader Joe's. They lit it on fire.
It is funny thinking about all those dudes in Hawaiian shirts being like, ah, dude, stop. Dude, seriously. Yeah, light a Trader Joe's, that's...
Yeah, come on. The cheap shit's just flammable.
Kind of a hate crime, too, dude. Burning down a Whole Foods is like, all right, dude, that's kind of politically motivated.
Yeah. But it was crazy to see, and it kind of like ruined it for us. I don't know what it's like to have like a wife get raped in front of you.
Yeah.
But I'd imagine this is like 3% at least. I'm afraid there's some guy that's watched his wife get raped listening right now.
Yeah,
it's like, you don't even know what it was like.
Oh, that's a good sign.
Don't use that as an analogy. I watched my wife get raped. But it's what it felt like, you know.
If you're out there, that's terrible, dude.
Yeah.
Although it is a good thing, because that's where that's starting to go. It's like as soon as everything's on fire, it's like the next thing on everyone's mind is like...
And all it takes... Yeah. But all it takes is one time of watching your actual neighborhood like have that happen to it. That's what I learned. A lot of other people, you know, that didn't live in my hood stayed, and they're there and whatever. They rationalized still enjoying Los Angeles.
Yeah, I had more like, I would look outside and I'd see a bunch of like stocky lesbians trudging up my street, and I'd be like, what the hell are these guys up to? And then I was like, oh, okay, that's all. You know, mine wasn't that bad.
Right.
But there were like the firebombs. I would talk to guys who were down there at those firebombings, and like, yeah, that was fucked up, but it was kind of cool to see. And I'm like, well, it's pretty fucked, dude. That's not a good, you know, especially if it's that widespread. It's like, because Philly keeps having, you know, lootings and all this stuff, and it's like, dude.
Yeah.
Just, you know, the gig's kind of up.
I had to reschedule a theater there for the first time in my life a couple weeks ago. The flight got delayed by 4 hours. All the backup plans were New York, New Jersey, Baltimore, and that was the day that they all flooded out. And then it's like, okay, we were going to get a jet for the first time ever. And I'm like, okay, I'll just fucking break even, get the jet. These people need to laugh. And then one of my openers, Cam Patterson's dad, flew to Philly and got there super early. And he's like, it took me 3 hours to get from the airport to the hotel downtown. And this was at like 1:30 p.m. Yeah. But everything was so fucked up in the afternoon that it took him 3 hours during the main lootings that are happening there. So we're just like, fuck it. It's impossible to fucking make it. So we had to reschedule a theater because the lootings in Philly.
Yeah, that's not...
People just letting people take shit.
It was the Apple Store. Although someone Meatball was brought to justice. Did you see the story about she was like an influencer. She's like a 21-year-old chick who filmed herself on camera on social media being like, fuck yeah, we're here. We're looting. She got caught right away, obviously.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, her grandmother chastised her, though. Her grandmother went on camera like, this is bullshit. We shouldn't be doing this.
Damn, Meatball.
Yeah, I mean, dude... Yeah.
And that was in Philly?
That's a sorry, Meatball. Yeah, Meatball came out. She's
So technically, you're
pop it on Instagram. I think she's got more
meatball.
So at one point in Philly, your dog's eyes were cloudy with a chance of meatballs.
Yeah. Meatballs could have got. Yeah, she could have gotten my dog. No, she was there like cheering on people stepping on iPhones, which is even like, dude, at least just take the fucking iPhone. Don't break it. Take it. At least do something with it. Jesus Christ, man. I'll just break iPads.
It's so crazy. It's literally the dumbest place to loot. You've seen what they do, right? What Apple does if you loot them?
No.
They send an alert. This is another thing that happened. I lived next to an Apple store.
Yeah.
I mean, again, like a 1.5-minute walk from an Apple store. And that night they trashed it, and then they showed the alert that Apple puts on all the devices. They send out a thing
they're all tracked.
that literally says, we know that you looted this phone. Return it, or we're sending the police directly to it.
They give a
like it's like this phone is inoperable. We know that you looted this.
Oh
yeah,
pretty sci-fi dystopian too.
Oh yeah, of course.
Very Blade Runner-esque.
Yeah,
and it's funny. It's just like a 12-year-old kid. Like, what the fuck is
right?
Fuck is
yeah, I just bought this for $50. This sucks.
What the fuck? I'm being tracked by Skynet.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. Yeah. Me and Josh were talking extensively about how bad things are looking for, a lot of people right now. And it's like, yeah, dude, it sucks, but got to figure it out, man. You can't be smashing. It just doesn't work. The smash and grab doesn't fucking work. I knew kids. I worked in a high school for a little bit. I knew kids that were trying to do like fraud's the big thing now, like scamming. I'd always tell these kids, I'm like, dude, you're going to get caught, dude.
Yeah.
These guys are spending. They'd be like like high school kids on like Venmo. Like, I got like $50 from another account. And it's like, dude, these banks spend hundreds of millions of dollars. They're gonna get you.
Oh yeah.
They're gonna get. You're not getting. And there's people now that just scam young scammers because it's like it's hard to sell drugs now. Like, you can't really do it like that anymore. If you're like a young kid living in like the inner city, it's like it's not really an option to like bust down a fucking kilo of cocaine. At least not anymore. It's like it's everything's tracked. Everything's getting cracked down.
Yeah.
Yeah,
fentanyl.
Yeah, and it's a Fed. Selling Fed actually is probably pretty profitable for a young kid.
Yeah.
They should be selling fentanyl. What the fuck are they breaking these fucking stores?
Exactly. You got to go with where the market leads you.
Dude. The hell, man. There's a bunch of fentanyl sitting there getting cold, dude. We need to move that.
Yeah.
I mean, they're breaking into fucking stores. And
it all comes from China. Everything we're talking about. Fentanyl, iPhones.
Yeah, China did cause these riots. If you think about it, dude, they really did start the looting. They didn't make this nice fucking shit.
They made the easily breakable glass at the front of all these stores.
Except they keep the good glass for themselves though.
Oh yeah,
it gets deeper, dude. Because that glass you can't break.
Right. At the restaurants.
Yeah, it is crazy they're still able to chill behind bulletproof glass. It's pretty shitty. If I walked in like a big impenetrable bubble in a black neighborhood, people would be like, hey, man, knock that the fuck off, dude. You can't. If I walked in like a bulletproof Technodrome, people would be like, dude, you can't be doing that.
Yeah.
But I've been trying to have them. I'm going to start petitioning little like Chinese stores in the hood. Just be like, remove the bulletproof glass now. I don't think it'll work. All right. Anyway, on to other things, dude. Well, no, man. Yeah, that sucks. That's actually, I never thought of it like that. That is like terrifying, like seeing what looks like third world level unrest.
It was kind of crazier than third world because it was so concentrated in that neighborhood. They really wanted to leave their imprint there. Granted, the next day, all the local like good people were out there. It was kind of crazy. They were all scrubbing the fucking sidewalks, the telephone poles, sweeping up the glass. I mean, the recovery was so fast, and that was just like the spirit of the neighborhood. But the damage had been done.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Again, it's like if you watch your wife get raped, and then all of a sudden the doctor's just stitching her pussy back together again. You still know.
Now, the analogy actually makes more sense.
Yeah, you still feel the stitches when you put it back in.
Yeah, true.
It's scrapey.
Yeah.
They haven't disintegrated yet.
True.
Yeah. Again.
And obviously, you're not going to wait.
Right. Again, if there's anybody listening who watched their wife get raped, again, I apologize, but it's the perfect analogy.
If you check sometimes you check you check the graphics and shit on Libsyn and whatnot, and you do see like these weird little islands in the Pacific, and you're like, damn, who the fuck's listening from there? Yeah. Could be that guy. Could be on that island being like, fuck you, dude.
Yeah, fuck this.
Never again. Just being like, you know what? I'm not listening. This isn't for me.
Right.
I've gave this podcast a chance. it's not for me. I'm gonna go do other stuff.
It was all fun and games until.
Yeah, well, it is funny to think about, like, you know, you get caught in those YouTube holes of, like, there's been, like, moral decay, and we've all fallen so far. And I was talking to my brother today, and it was kind of like a weird story, but on an unrelated note, mushrooms are getting way stronger now. A lot of people don't know this. Everyone's always like, oh, like, weed used to not be that strong, now it's stronger. Mushrooms are getting, like 5 times stronger. So, like, now people get a gram of mushrooms, it'd be like you're taking, like, an eighth. So we were talking about that because he was actually testing out. He like tried these mushrooms. They ended up being like 2.5 grams. Ended up being what he was like. This felt like fucking a quarter ounce of mushrooms.
Totally.
And the whole point of that is like after it kind of broke, he was sitting there listening to like 60s doo-wop music for whatever reason. And he was like, dude, I just couldn't get over like this used to be. You'd be at a high school dance with the lady you'd probably marry on like your last hurrah before like hitting the army or a fucking factory, and that was your whole fucking life. And I was like, damn, that does kind of make that music hit a little harder. Slow dancing with the one. And you're like, I'm gonna go. I'm done. This is it. I'm in high school now. It's total drudgery.
Yeah.
Death probably drudgery. I don't know. I mean, it's not that anymore. All I'm saying is prom is bullshit now.
Right.
Prom was like a real thing. Like we were talking about prom yesterday. It's like prom was like a momentous occasion. Now it's like nothing, dude.
Oh yeah.
Anyone at prom, you can hit him with like plus probably 15 sexual partners. That's nothing.
Yeah.
So.
No doubt. And I've been going to these cities.
I might raise awareness at proms. That's like get that bulletproof class and be like, just so you guys know.
Yeah, the times have changed. They had nothing back then. You used to have to dial a rotary phone to get pussy back then.
Yeah, maybe get pussy, yeah.
And they had to pick up. You didn't want their parents to pick up, whatever. I mean, you know what I mean? Like, it was a whole different time.
That would have been exciting, though, to just like call. You'd have to call people and be like, naked penis. Because you'd have to basically autograph.
Or show up to their picture. Yeah.
My naked penis is out right now. I'm sorry, Mrs. Miller. Your penis is out right now.
Or you'd have to show up with like a boombox outside of their actual house.
True.
Playing music with your naked penis out.
True. You'd have to flash.
Yeah.
You'd have to flash back in the good old days. Flashing's crazy. Flashing is
Like a code or something.
I'd pay money not to show people my penis. Yeah. I can't understand why dudes just like. Is it like do people who flash have like gigantic penises or something? I don't think that's the case.
You know, I've only sent one dick pic in my entire life, ever, and I was very, very nervous about it. So what I did is you know how Bic lighters, like there's the normal size Bic lighter, and then there's that little Bic lighter. So for I think you already know where I'm going with this. So for what do they call it? For size, what's that called?
A scale.
For scale, I put the little Bic lighter next to my erect penis. Yeah.
Oh, that's kind of nice.
So it just looks like forearm. Yeah. It's like one of the most brilliant things I've ever done.
It's a good move.
Yeah.
It's a good move. What was it like? So what is it like waiting the response for that? Because a normal text is like fucking pins and needles. If I put my penis out there, I'd go.
Well, I
want some immediate feedback.
I knew I had an advantage using the little Bic. If I used the normal Bic, I would have been really nervous
like
about the response.
Barbecue grill lighter.
It's just the size of the trigger.
Yeah, I might start getting into sending like dick pics to my wife. Now, because I can send her one like on the minute. She can't really say anything about that.
Right.
It's totally fine. Because they try to say like it's bad now. That's not what stopped me. My incredibly small penis stopped me. I'm not saying it was like a moral stance against him. I just didn't do that. But
well, I mean, the only people that can really break into it, you know, the Chinese make these phones, and if they see your dick, that's basically a black cock to them.
True. Yeah, dude. I think it's a misdemeanor. Yeah, Class C misdemeanor to send any basically nudity to people. That is not requested.
Penal code.
It is a penal code, dude.
That's finally a good usage.
That's to a minor too.
Oh.
Can you get in trouble for sending dirty pictures to of yourself? Sexting has to be legal. Texas.
Wait, what?
I'd like
only a misdemeanor to send it to a minor? That's fucked.
Seems like I'm hot right now. Yeah, hit that one. Can you get in trouble for saying dirty things of yourself? That's what I want.
60.
I'm about to say get ready.
Yeah. Does she know what your butthole looks like exactly?
Dude, she has a weird obsession with my butthole. Yeah, she's always asking if I have like anything up with it. Like we both had pretty vicious diarrhea. I was in Rochester 2 or 3 weeks ago. Brought my whole family up. Me and her just had like the most ridiculous diarrhea. If I'm on the toilet that much, I've been known to get a hemorrhoid.
Yeah.
So I get big boys too. So I was like, I'm washing my ass. I'm like, oh fuck, I know I have a hemorrhoid. She has to see it. I was like, no, you can't see it. And she's like, just let me look. There might be something, and she has to just like check it and be like, yeah. You have a big ass hemorrhoid. You have like shit in there. I'm like, all right, get the fuck out of my asshole. She's obsessed. She actually taught me. I've talked about this before. She taught me how to clean my ass. I didn't know.
How do you do it?
You get a wet fucking rag. You get like a wet towel and you put soap on it. And you're supposed to clean your asshole every day. I didn't know that.
Yeah.
I didn't know. I had like a
What?
dog. I had like a dog ass. No, I was like you guys knew you're supposed to clean your asshole every day?
Yeah.
I thought you just wipe it. That's what wiping it was.
Oh shit.
I never cleaned my asshole until I was like 30. My wife basically like bent me over and cleaned my ass.
Wow.
I didn't know, dude.
Damn.
No one taught me how to clean myself. I didn't know.
Wow.
Who taught you guys how to wipe your
You were
assholes?
just itchy all the time?
Yeah, I always had an itchy ass, dude. I was like, I thought that was just like man shit.
Are you the oldest kid?
No,
Are you
I'm
the oldest out of
One
your
of six,
siblings?
middle of six.
Middle of 6. See, I'm the youngest of 5, so by a lot, there's like a big gap. So my mom was like a very, very like black belt mom at the time, and she always made cleanliness a really big deal. But I have kind of an equivalent to that, which is she never taught me to drink water.
Oh, dude, yeah.
So I was raised like on like Pepsi and Coke, and I literally, I'm not kidding, I was dehydrated until like 3 years ago, and I'm 39.
Dude.
But like I didn't know I was dehydrated the entire time.
You were just fucked up.
Totally.
Yeah, that kills you.
And I was drinking, especially in my fucking 20s at the comedy store where the Thai bartenders would literally laugh as they poured you a glass of whiskey.
Oh.
Like, drink.
Yeah.
And like we would. I used to, back in the day, we would have like fucking 20 drinks or whatever in a night. And I'd wake up kind of hungover. My body was just absorbing it. And I had no idea that water would have helped.
That got me in college. When I was in like my early mid-20s, I thought that people just drank like beverages to push food down their throats. I didn't know you needed it to live.
I think it's a Midwest thing, by the way. I think it's like
Northeast.
Oh, okay.
So I was just kind of like
upstate New York.
Like Philadelphia, right outside of Philly. So I was like, oh, I thought you just like drink stuff to push your dinner down your throat. So I didn't know you're supposed to like hydrate your body either. And I told my mom. I used to try things where like my cousin tried to not sleep. My cousin was like, I don't think I need to sleep, and he like stayed up for I think he did like maybe 48 hours and just fucking crashed.
Yeah.
So now I was like, yeah, you definitely need to sleep. And then when I was in my 20s, I was always trying to save money and shit, and I was obsessed with like trying to save up money. And I remember being like, I'm just gonna not buy beverages. That way, I'll just buy lunch. I'll save money on bevs. Like, thinking I was like denying myself a luxury or whatever. Dude, I got like I just didn't drink anything for like a day. I got a splitting fucking headache, and I was calling my mom like, dude, my head is killing me.
Yeah.
She's like, have you drank water? I was like, why? What the fuck is that gonna do? She was like, you need to drink water. I was like, okay. Yeah. I looked it up. I'm like, yeah, you need that. You need that.
It's crazy. It's the most simple thing. It was never told to me.
No.
Never taught to me. And
dude, imagine if iced tea wasn't so delicious, we'd both be dead right now.
Yeah.
We would have been dried on the side of the road, just fucking like,
from fucking uneducated dehydration.
But yeah, dude, I got
And now, by the way, when I drink a lot of water, and for a while, I started doing hot yoga a couple of years ago.
Yep.
And I'm like, man, this hot yoga is the shit. I feel so good.
Yeah.
It's unbelievable. And it is, and it was, and it is. But I realized only when I'm doing hot yoga am I drinking a couple liters of water in a day.
Yeah.
And now, if I don't do hot yoga and I drink that amount of water, I feel like I have superpowers.
Yeah.
Because half of it was the fucking water. Just drinking water. It was just I didn't want to die in hot yoga because you sweat so much that you're like, I have to drink water.
So you're enjoying your blood like moving through your body. You're like, this is amazing. It's not a thick paste.
Right, exactly.
What is it? Yeah, the hot yoga is crazy. I tried that years ago. I would have left. It was so hot in there. I was like, I was gonna leave.
Yeah, right.
And it was just a bunch of like.
I'm so glad I didn't do that.
So, yeah. And I was like, fuck, they can't be tougher than me.
Well, there's tricks to it. A lot of people like eat beforehand, and you can't do that.
No, yeah.
Yeah, and you have to. It has to be water, and it has to be like an hour before. You can't just chug it right before.
Yeah.
I see it happen to people all the time. But
there is something to like getting your like a fluid. It's like an oil change. You just sweat it. If I don't sweat for like a week, dude, I feel disgusting.
Totally.
It's gross. When you get that like oil change, you're moving the
and I took a buddy, Keith Ray. He's a door guy at the Comedy Mothership, and he is just, I don't even know how to describe it. He was, I don't know, I think he's sober right now. Right now, he's one of those guys.
Yeah,
but
sober October, or he's like, oh, you're saying
he's like trying.
Yeah, I knew a guy. We were making fun of him because we're making fun of him because his dad was a drunk or his boss or one or the other. And he was like, he's not an alcoholic. He quits drinking all the time. I was like, dude, are you fucking serious? He was like 18. He's like, he's not an alcoholic. He quits drinking constantly. Dude, like for real. I swear it was the funniest shit I've ever heard. It was his boss too, because we're like, your boss is a drunk. And he's like, my boss isn't a drunk. He's a good guy. Like he's a fucking drunk.
He quits drinking all the time. Oh my god!
It was like a dialogue, like a comedy scene. It was and he like stood by it. I'm like, dude, don't you understand that makes him an alcoholic?
Right. If someone's if you know that they quit drinking, if they're talking about how they're not drinking, that means they have a terrible problem.
Yeah. Not just the Lent. I know a lot of people. I got a lot of people in my family like Lent's a big one. That's kind of like I got a lot of uncles white knuckling Lent. Yeah. Fuck.
But I took this homie, Keith Ray, to hot yoga. I'm like, you know what you should do? He's like, man, I want to quit drinking. I mean, his like, you see like black holes in his pores. Like he was like disgusting. And I'm like, you should come. Meet me here at this time, blah, 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 blah. And I show up and I had to like park kind of far away that time. And I remember because I was looking at the front door of the place and I see a guy out there smoking a cigarette like right out front of the front door, which in hot yoga world is kind of like I'm like dreading. I'm like, oh god, this is my guy that I invited and the fucking instructors
you never
know me.
Smell cigarettes either because he's gonna stink like that too.
Totally. And but long story short, he fucking did it. He pushed it and he literally came out. He walked out literally looking like 5 to 10 years younger. In an hour. It changed it dumped all of this fucking sludge.
Oh god.
Yeah.
Well, the worst is like I did that a lot for a while, and like you feel so loose and kind of light, and then like I would get angry and feel myself just be like, oh Jesus no, and you turn back into your shitty self, and you're like, fuck, you know, I have a place right down the street from me I want to start going to.
Yeah.
Because that was like, dude, that was my favorite thing I've ever done. I've done jiu-jitsu for a while. That was cool, but it was like that was just, it becomes like an obsession. Yeah. And I can't remember it, dude. I just can't. They're like, your leg goes here. I'm like, let me try to jump.
And then you're sore all the time.
You're fucked all the time.
Your neck hurts.
Yeah, you're all fucked up. Yeah. Yoga is like nothing but just benefits.
Yeah.
Someone could come beat your fucking ass, but it's like whatever. Dude.
Yeah.
Someone can always beat my ass.
Totally.
Get a gun. That's the thing that crushes jiu-jitsu, dude. It's like, I got a gun.
Yeah. If you got hot yoga and a 9mm, you're good.
And your body feels great.
Yeah.
That is a fun thing to do.
And your brain feels great.
True. Yeah. You're not getting bludgeoned. Although it is fun. It is fun to wrestle.
Yeah.
It's fun to wrestle, but I can't do it, man.
I saw Keith's lowest point. They're handing out waters to homeless people, and they saw Keith, and like, here you go.
Oh, you know Keith Ray?
Yeah.
Oh, hell yeah.
They gave him water, and he was like...
I peeped the table, though. In Philly, I'd have to walk. Every day, I'd walk back past a this like table, like the homeless buffet, and I peeped it. It was all right. It was like soup and hot dogs. I was always like, not bad.
A little hot sauce.
Yeah, they did. Yeah, they had the condom inside, and I was kind of like, this isn't so fucking bad. I've thought about it before, just getting out there, and it's like, well, it's got to be brutal. Just like, you know, like you were saying, like, you know, getting raped in like a tent and shit, whatever. That sucks. But like, once you get that down, it's got to be kind of chill.
Oh yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Are you kidding me? No worries.
Kuna Matata. It's totally a Kuna Matata. It's a Kuna Matata. If you can do it right. If you can do it right. If you can keep like an abscess in check, if you have like a huge fucking hole in your leg
that
you shoot heroin, if you can get that thing under order, and just cop meals and like soak up sun rays.
Yeah.
That's not bad. I see the draw. I see the draw. It's a lifestyle.
Of course.
It's a lifestyle.
Of course. Like if you were given like 2 lives, I would waste one on that. I would live this one as my like main life, and then I would just try all the drugs, live on the streets. There's food. I mean, it's crazy. The thing about Austin is, you know, people complain about the homeless here, but I mean, New York, LA, they're absolutely everywhere.
Yeah.
And there's migrants and shit, which are basically homeless people that can't even speak English.
True.
So, but what's weird about Austin is at some point, I found this out, some liberal, ultra-liberal mayor took over and decided to put the homeless feeding place in downtown. So like
they call it a feeding place.
I don't know what it's called. I guess so. I call it
I mean,
a
it is
feeding
a feeding
place.
place. Yeah, it is technically a feeding place.
Yeah.
That's the big thing down on 6th Street.
Yeah, that's the one.
That's the meals.
Yeah, that's the one.
They took the meals off wheels and put them in the building.
Yeah, and they put it right near fucking tourists, like
Dude, the first time I came here, I was like, this is fucking nuts. 'Cause
Right.
I just came right down to the Creek and Cave, in that whole area. And I'm like, man, this is fucked down here.
in the creek and the cave, you know, they're wondering why they got such a good deal on it. Literally right across the street from the epicenter of it all.
It is.
Yeah, I mean, that is the place. So that feeding place, their trough, the human trough, you know, that's the whole thing.
Yeah,
so the reason why there's people down at, like Congress and 6 is because they walked from the trough to there, and then they're heading right back.
And there's a ton of alleys right around there too, which are also perfect.
There it is.
Yeah, dude, I came.
Look at them with the little rainbow font. Oh, nothing crazy here.
Is that the party?
Oh shit.
That's dude. No way. They're fucking bonking like that.
Oh shit.
Dude, but here's the thing though. So like, bright side in this, double helpings of chili. Now you're at the sleepover. That's 50 fucking beds.
Yeah.
There's so much drugs. That would be. I could see people making the most out of it. That's all. I don't want to sound like, you know, like elitist or whatever, but like, I don't know, man. I feel like once you get your feet underneath, man, I feel like you could really you'd have some fun times.
Yes.
And then it's just like the worst shit you could imagine.
Yeah.
They're like, I can't even. Mondays or whatever must be like nasty shit. Just drop it. Your boy would drop dead.
What's crazy is all these people know that they need to wash their ass.
Dude, I saw a lady piss on a bus stop when I was here, sat on a bench, pulled her pants down, pissed on it, and then she got up and wiped. And I was like, that's not bad.
I saw a video
Manners?
of a chick in Vegas sitting at a slot machine pissing.
Oh,
Can you look
no.
that up real quick? Did you see that?
Yeah.
Oh,
I could get into that,
Dude,
though.
you're
I
gonna
could
love this.
Probably jerk off to that.
It is kind of hot. Yeah, you're gonna love this.
Was she losing money? Because I don't think I could tell when she's losing money visibly.
Oh yeah, this is the one. Look at this, dude.
Oh, she's like a rich lady peeing.
Oh yeah, she's got the nice purse
Stop,
on the
dude.
phone, just letting it rip.
No.
Thinking she's being sly.
That's gotta be fucking Photoshop.
No.
She just fucking peed?
Yeah, just peeing in Vegas.
That's kind of nice.
Yeah.
She's kind of starting to trend.
Yeah.
Dude, what happened in Vegas, dude? I'm gonna start peeing and shitting myself.
Yeah, it's like a promo for Skankfest.
Yeah, true. How was that? Were you down there?
It was fun. Yeah, so
I
much
missed it.
fun. It's crazy.
Yeah, it's gotta be because it gets bigger every year. So I imagine this year was just like fucking insanity.
Well, I do this thing. Not on purpose. My managers and agents always double book me for some reason, even though I tell them, I warn them, like, hey, keep an eye on Skankfest. Don't schedule me for that. But 2 years in a row, I end up going in on the Sunday.
Nice.
So
Did you pop in for that last day or something?
yeah, but I go extra hard to overcompensate for not doing the
Yeah.
whole weekend. So I do like 2 podcasts and 4 stand-up shows, and then the comedy jam at the end. Like
That's fun,
I'm an
yeah.
idiot. I end up getting like half sick
Yeah.
every time. Everybody was sick this year. It was basically COVID fest.
Yeah, I know. That's what I heard. I heard there
Yeah.
was like, there's always, unfortunately, there's usually there's a lot of like, drugs and stuff. There's almost always somebody who brings something back from there and kind of bites the dust. Not their fault. I would always hear rumors about that, like, oh, someone died, someone brought some shit back.
Oh, shit.
I could just be making this up. I don't know.
Yeah.
I feel like I heard that before, but somebody died. I think I was just reading too many YouTube comments. It's like somebody died from heroin. I just made that up and figured it out. But yeah, it happens. I know someone who lost 2 kids from
Damn.
coke, fentanyl, and then it was like the good kid, fentanyl.
Oh, terrible.
So shitty. So shitty.
Yeah, I don't do coke ever, but
yeah, me either. I don't do that stuff, man. I never did it too.
Me neither.
I've never done it, and everyone's always like, dude, I'm like, no, I had no interest. I was surrounded by it too. I used to sell coke when I was younger.
Yeah,
I thought it was cool to do that because I listened to rap and I was like, yeah, I'm gonna sell fucking coke.
It seems like a theme is oblivious things that we didn't notice until we were older. But here's one for you: is that I didn't notice that everybody around me was on coke forever.
Oh no! You're in LA.
I'm like a late night guy. Like I thrive at. I really don't wake up until like 10 p.m. So 11, 12, 1, 2, 3. Those are like the hours that I'm really having fun.
Yeah.
And I mean, forever. I've always been that way since I was a kid. I couldn't sleep. I'd be watching Letterman when I was like 6 years old. Anyway, but like since I got into the Comedy Store, a lot of my favorite times, obviously midnight to like 4 a.m. And I'd be cracking up with people. All my favorite people were all on blow, and I had no idea. And they like kept it secret from me because they all knew that like, oh, Tony's already got the energy. Like he doesn't. We better not. No one wanted to be the guy to get me hooked on coke. Plus, I'm like an addictive personality. Coffee and cigarettes all day. And a bit of drinking at night.
Oh,
so, like,
it would pair. Yeah, that's why I'm so happy I've never done it.
Oh,
it's
totally.
like coffee. I can hardly handle coffee. I'm super sensitive to caffeine. I still can't not have it.
Right.
Coke would have crushed me.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
It would have annihilated.
Same exact boat. If I feel like if I would have tried just a little bit once, I think about it a lot.
A little bit is seductive.
Yeah.
It's like just a teeny, because then you can draw the comparison. There's that guy from Columbia University, a professor. He's like, I do heroin, I do coke. Coke's even cleaner than coffee if you can just do a tiny little bit of it.
Wow.
He's all about it. I forget this guy's name.
Well, if it's Columbia, I think that's a little bit different. Columbia and 6th Street are two different things
true.
when it comes to cocaine.
Yeah, dude. This guy just like he's like, there's nothing like a little bit of heroin by a fireplace.
Wow.
He's like, yeah, you just fucking, it's like fair enough, man. Maybe.
And that, again, that does sound awesome. And from what I hear from 100% of people that have done heroin, there's absolutely, positively nothing like it. But
yeah, now that you're saying that, it's like, yeah, everyone does get a pretty good rap for being awesome. So he's trying to say, like, we can totally do this stuff.
Yeah. A 100% batting average heroin has over everything. And I've talked to some of my heroin addict recovered friends, and I'm like, okay, so let's say you just found out you won the lottery and you're getting your dick sucked and you're eating your favorite food at the same time. They're like, nope, nothing like it. Not even close.
What?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. There's nothing like it according to them.
God damn it.
So that's another thing. Like, if I had that second life, I would just be out there fucking burning the spoon.
And then you get to get off of it and be like, guys, I'm off this shit.
Yeah, nobody's ever really. Heroin's one of those things that they think about forever.
Yeah.
If they ever enjoy anything, they're like, wow, this is like 1% of heroin.
True. Yeah, I was researching the dopamine. Like, I was trying to figure out how much dopamine I get every time I look at my phone, because I'm like super addicted. I mean, I'm okay with it, but because I think like if you have a piece of chocolate, it increases your dopamine like 10% in your brain. I think meth is like 5,000 to 10% dopamine. Heroin's got to be even more. It's like, dude, you're ramping up the which is like supposedly like the enjoyment thing in your brain.
Totally.
By 10,000%. That is tough to come back from. Because I'm not hitting 10,000% on anything, so I'm safe. I can deal with like mundane shit and just be like, all right, this is fine. But yeah, it's oh yeah, hell yeah, dude, you're fucking fast as hell, dude. God damn, Josh. Yeah, look, that's neurons. I know those ones. Synaptic cleft.
Ooh.
Do you believe in that shit? That you have little balls of shit floating around between gaps in your brain, shooting sparks at each other, and if you just fucking change the colors of the balls, you'll be happy. I wish it was that easy, man.
More red, less blue.
Yeah, dude, I need more blue up in there, dude. Yeah, I don't know. But either, yeah, I'm telling you, I tried to Google this. I couldn't find it, but I did see something, but I don't know. Oh, yeah, meth in the brain.
Did you know that 35% of all car accidents occur between 6 p.m. and midnight, and the highest amount of drivers involved in car crashes are people aged 25 to 34? That's probably you, dude. If you're ever injured, you can check out Morgan and Morgan. Morgan and Morgan is America's largest injury law firm. They have over 100 law offices nationwide and more than 800 lawyers. Morgan & Morgan, I already read that. With over $15 billion recovered, Morgan & Morgan has a proven track record of fighting to get you full and fair compensation. Morgan & Morgan has been fighting for the people for over 35 years. Chatting up with sweet baby girls is hard. Submitting an injury claim with Morgan & Morgan is easy. If you're ever injured, you can check out Morgan & Morgan. Their fee is free unless they win. For more information, go to forthepeople.com/drenched or dial #law, #529 from your cell phone. That's forthepeople.com/drenched or #law, #529 from your cell. This is a paid advertisement, in case you were wondering.
You're a dude, and your home decorating choices are boring. Keep your walls looking awesome with metal posters from Displate. Displate takes just 20 seconds to install and won't damage your walls. Just pop the magnetic sticker on the wall, hang the poster, and you're good to go. You can even submit your own art to get printed for something totally unique and custom. Whoa. Personal endorsement, I look at this sometimes. I look at it and I go, things aren't so bad. Check out their officially licensed designs from Star Wars, Doom, West Ham, and more. West Ham. The soccer team? Yeah, there you go. Come on, you hammers. Get the Displate for the hammers. That's fucking cool. Save up to 34%. Save up to 34% off when you click the link in our description and get your ready-to-hang art. The discount will automatically be applied to your cart when you click our link. Use code DRENCHED when you visit Displate.com to get the discount. That's Displate.com/drenched or click the link in our show notes. So yeah, look at that. That could be in your apartment or house. You could have that. It sounds like thunder, so you can scare your cats and dogs. All right.
This show is sponsored by BetterHelp. The next time you want to eat your feelings or drink your sorrows, turn to BetterHelp. Their online therapy gives you a place to express your emotions, work through problems, and make important decisions with guidance. BetterHelp is entirely online and designed to be convenient, flexible, and suited to your schedule. Just fill out a brief questionnaire to get matched with a licensed therapist. You can switch therapists at any time for no additional charge. Bill, how's BetterHelp helped you?
How's BetterHelp helped you?
I want to kill myself.
Yeah, but has BetterHelp made you feel like you don't want to do it?
I can't open up to them.
You can't open up to anyone.
Dude, don't tell us. Don't fucking dox where we're going. You're fucking doxing our route. Head into the fall season with a clear mind.
That's not a good personal endorsement.
Get a break from your thoughts with BetterHelp. Visit BetterHelp.com/MSSP today to get 10% off your first month. That's BetterHelp. HELP.com/MSSP. Is there meth here too? Is it like, because I know meth is more West Coast, heroin's East Coast. Do they meet in the middle here?
I'm not sure what the fuck these people are on, but I don't think it's meth. They're a little bit slouchy. It's a little bit like.
That's good.
Yeah.
That's opiates of the masses.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, dude, that shit out. And like, I was out in the Pacific Northwest, and it's like, those dudes are tweaking out there.
Oh, yeah.
Like, every time I walk by them, I'm ready, dude. I'm like, dude,
totally.
It's a full Street Fighter fight.
Both of my older brothers live in Venice Beach, California, which, again, when I was hanging out around there, really goofing around 15, 20 years ago, was the most chill fucking, what's up, man?
Yeah.
So, like, hippy dippy, so cool, tie-dye everything.
That's
you
what
know
I thought
what
it was.
I mean?
It's
It was
not
like
that.
California, like what you think of when you hear like a Red Hot Chili Pepper song. And now it is like a guy with an axe chasing normal humans like they are. That is methy. It's methy out there.
We gotta have a battle. We gotta have the West Coast meth versus the fucking heroin guys.
The meth people are gonna
it'd be the Vikings. It'd be the Vikings versus like
this is war.
True.
The other people are just fucking.
Yeah, it would be like Vikings raiding Nepal. It'd be a gruesome fucking battle.
It's marijuana and fentanyl.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I heard all the coke here has fentanyl.
Yeah.
You got to test it. It just has to have the right amount of fentanyl.
To get you. Oh, you're saying the right amount to be good.
The right amount to be good.
Oh,
So the
man.
real coke guys have testers.
Oh,
They test it.
See, that's the thing. For me, if I'm partying and I got to do like a fucking experiment in the middle of it, it's like, I'm done.
Totally.
I'm going home.
Right.
I don't want to have to fucking like get a beaker and swish around. I mean, that is kind of like sick ass shit from a movie, like Purple, and be like, Puro. Perfect, dude.
Yeah.
That's tight.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's kind of where the fun stops for me, man. Where I'm like out at 2 a.m. trying to like remember a chemical indicator and being like, this is purple. I should be good.
But it's mainly rich guys that do that because the other people, you're wasting your coke testing it.
True.
Right.
So you can't do that.
You just gotta
Exactly.
put it on the line.
Yeah.
And you have to remember
Respectable.
that a lot of these people are trying to like sober up. Like they're like,
Yeah.
oh, I drank too much. I need a little bit of blow to fucking.
Yeah, true.
So they're not gonna pull out a beaker.
True.
Those aren't the beaker people. The people that drank too much aren't pulling out the beaker.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean it is I'm such a fucking pussy with all this shit. Like I'm such like a health weirdo that I just can't believe it that like you roll the dice on that. You know, it's like, dude, it just drives me nuts. It's like, dude, what are you doing, dude?
Right.
Go to bed.
Yeah.
Go to fucking sleep.
Exactly.
Why would you want to counteract alcohol and be like, I need to be sober again because I got too drunk? And it's like, dude, go to fuck to sleep. Stop.
Never understood.
I don't understand it at
It
all.
boggles my mind. Like you got drunk to get drunk, and now you want to sober up, and they're like, "Yeah, it's the best."
So you can
Just
drive
sober up."
home.
Yeah.
True, but I can do that. I swear to God, if I'm drinking and I can smoke enough weed where I can kind of like, I kind of do feel like I'm kind of floating. The last time I did that, I was in an ice cream place. Like I left the bar and I was in an ice cream place and I was like staring at the board, like, dude, get it together, pick something. And I was like, I'll have peanut butter crumble. And the dude's like, dude, that's a topping. I was like, fuck, fuck. I blew my cover. I blew my fucking cover. I was next to my wife. I was like, God damn it. God damn it.
Oh,
Yeah.
peanut butter crumble.
Oh, the peanut butter crumble. He's like, okay, on what? And I was like, oh, fuck.
Oh man.
We should leave. Yeah. So, but yeah, I never understood that either. It's like, dude, just what are you doing?
Yeah.
It's 3 o'clock. I'm hammered now. I got to conduct business. It's like, dude, go to fuck home, man.
Yeah.
I need to snort. I get it though. If you're getting sloppy and you continue, I don't know. But I'm happy. I think that never got its hooks in me.